Good afternoon. Hello, my name is Lauren. Imagine stepping into a room full of strangers, feeling a little nervous and uncertain, and suddenly you strike up a conversation with someone, and before you know it, you share an interest or experience. That spark of connection is the beginning of a new friendship, a new adventure waiting to unfold. In today's fast paced and stressful world, having a friend or friends who support us is more important than ever. Whether it's a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or a helping hand, the support of friends can make a world of difference in our lives. I was always told by my family members that true friends are hard to find, but when it comes to Faith and I never questioned our bond. I knew, even at the age of 6, that we were going to stick together through thick and thin. Friendships thrive on mutual support, and friends who support each other provide emotional, practical, and moral support during both good times and bad. Fostering a sense of connection and trust can strengthen the bond between two people. Today, I will talk about two examples of friends supporting friends. First, I will explain Aesop's fable, A Saying of Socrates, to illustrate the poverty of loyal friends. Then, I will share a personal story from a different point of view than presented in A Saying of Socrates. To start, let's analyze Aesop's fable, A Saying of Socrates. Since A Saying of Socrates is not a well-known fable, I will share the tale and the moral that's hidden beneath the writing. As published by the website Aesop's Fable, retrieved on March 19, 2023, Aesop tells of a man named Socrates is actively building a home for himself. Surrounded by his friends, Socrates receives advice on the construction of his home. Is this supportive advice or negative comments made by his friends? Well, imagine yourself moving into a new apartment, a new home, or a home built by your likings. Excitement and joy should be running through your mind, right? Well, what if I tell you your closest friend critiques every square inch of your new home, or your friend degrades your choice of taste? How would you feel? For example, a quote within Aesop's story reads, "Each one in turn found fault with the work. One thought no fooling the interior to be, unworthy for such a great person." Again, a quote within Aesop's story says, "Another disliked the front, and all agreed the rooms were far too small. Such a house for him, in which one can't turn around." After listening to these comments made by his friends, Socrates reevaluates their judgments. He states, "Each professed to be a friend, but only a fool believes so." In summary, Aesop's fable shows us that even our close friends, who we believe to be supportive, can express the negative opinions on our growth. Following that downhearted fable, let's look at a more personal example. Ever since I was a little girl, I've had many friends. Some friends stay and some friends come and go. But one especially has stuck by my side. My friend, or as I like to call her, my sister from another mister, Faith. I call her my sister from another mister because I see her as my sister. We've been in each other's lives since the age of 5 and 6. As I mentioned before, Faith and I are two peas in a pod. We share similar interests such as music, exercising, and our love for the movie Grease. But most of all, Faith and I support each other. I'm proud to say that our relationship revolves around positive communication and words of encouragement. It's not uncommon to doubt yourself as a person because of a boy, especially if you have a strong feeling for him. When I was going through a toxic relationship my junior year of high school, I found myself doubting my self-worth. Imagine this scenario. I'm Socrates, and my boyfriend of the time is my friend. For 2 years, I devoted my time to building a home that would accommodate the two of us. But instead of encouraging my hard work, my friend criticized my efforts. By the end, the house was left abandoned, but in other words, our relationship ended. I began to question my life, I began to question my principles, and most importantly, I began to question my self-worth. I couldn't count on him to support me, but I know who could. Faith. With no hesitation, she was by my side, supporting me through this tough time. Faith helped me remember that my worth as a person is not determined by whether or not I'm in a relationship or by the opinion of one particular person. I knew I was surrounded with love and comfort that provided a realization that I'm valuable and deserve love and respect. Although my story has a different ending than Aesop's A Story of Socrates, both hold a similar moral. As explained in Aesop's fable and through the retelling of my story, the rarest friendships thrive on moral support. When friends are invested in supporting each other, it creates a positive feedback loop where each person feels valued and appreciated. At the end of the day, our lives are surrounded by all walks of life, but it's the kind of people we choose to surround ourselves that make the greatest impact. Thank you. Are there any questions?